2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from New Orleans as the Pelicans go up against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And the topic here, prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American game. That's what players want to do and people want to see.
You know, that was a great example, Kenny, but towards the end of my career and most of my career, I was honestly more of a half-court player. I was pretty fast for my size, but my strength was my biggest edge. In the half-court, barbecue chicken alert. I had to put that work in, Ernie.
That about wraps it up for here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again later.
That's the fifth barbecue chicken alert.
On the floor for the visiting Boston Celtics. At point guard, Marcus Smart. At small forward, Evan Turner. At center, Tyler Zeller. At the other forward position, David Lee. At the other guard position, Avery Bradley. The head coach of the visiting team is Brad Stevens. Small forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 20, Quincy Pondexter. Man in the middle, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 3, Omer Asher. At guard 6'4" from Indiana, number 10, Eric Gordon. The other forward position, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 1, Tyreke Evans. And at forward, 6'10" from Kentucky, number 23, Anthony Davis. Your home team head coach is Alvin Gentry. Pelican fans, give it up for your New Orleans Pelicans!
We've got NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of the Pelicans, right here on 2K Sports. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
And so off the tip, it's Boston. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Boston, Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Tyler Zeller out there with David Lee, and it's Smart in at the point. Pass to Bradley. 5 on the clock. The shot is off. Gordon with the defensive effort.
You know, as the season wore on, guys, the Pelicans became a matchup that nobody wanted to see. Very tough against teams and had very few weaknesses, too.
And the Celtics with possession here. Smart kicks to Zeller. Screen by Lee. In the corner, Bradley with it. Zeller, a screen on Gordon. And Bradley gets it to go.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Evans. Back to Davis. Lee with the block. They retain possession. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Outside Turner. Lee sets a screen for Turner. No good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. A nice shot by Pondexter.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Now here's Lee. And there's the pass to Smart. Shoots. Omer Asik with the rebound.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Evans outside. Here's Gordon. Rebound by Lee. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Now here's Smart. Defense right on him. Lee. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
The assist, Marcus Smart.
Now here's Evans. Well, David Lee with the Golden State Warriors began his career with the New York Knicks. We're talking about him and his play, and it's sometimes hard to get a good compass on what kind of player he is.
Yeah, you know, he was drafted 30th when he came out and certainly played above that draft slot. Then when he re-upped for the 6 years, $80 million, people started to wonder if he was able to play to that value.
Back to Zeller. Nice ball movement by Boston. Screen by Lee. Kicks it out to Bradley. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
And getting back to David Lee, before the big contract, he was putting up some huge lines. I mean, he was the first Knick to go 30 and 20 in a game since the great Patrick Ewing. And he became the first NBA player to record at least 35 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists since Kareem back in 1976.
And the shot is good.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Evans passes to Gordon. Feeds to Davis. Dishes to Evans. Back to Davis. Passes it to Asik. Puts it up. And Boston with the rebound.
And, you know, back to David Lee, we all know about his struggles with the Warriors, and many had written him off completely. But then at the end of last season, he showed that he still has the energy and skills to contribute if given minutes.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Now Pondexter. There's the pick. On the wing, Gordon. Guarded by Bradley. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Last season, the Celtics had a solid 19 and 22 road record, Clark. Not the 500 mark most teams want, but a very good effort from a young team, and no one really expected that.
Yeah, and you think about this team that's still growing and has a lot of youth. I mean, that kind of road record, very impressive. Their fans should be feeling pretty good about what the future holds with this group.
The first one falls.
And thinking back on the Celtics, on the road, their away record doesn't tell the whole story. They won their last 7 road games in that tremendous playoff push.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Asik. Anderson comes in for Anthony Davis. Cunningham, he's checked in for Quincy Pondexter. And it's Norris Cole in for Tyreke Evans.
Another away from home note for the Celtics. They were 7-1 in road games against the rest of their division. Their road play was the driving factor as to why they made the playoffs.
Now, here's Thomas. To the right side. And Olynyk kicks to Sullinger. And again, Boston with the triple.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Pelicans trail by 5. 54 seconds left here in the first quarter. A three from Anderson. And again, no good by New Orleans. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Thomas kicks to Crowder. From outside the arc. But they'll get another chance. Olynyk dishes to Thomas. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And there's Ryan Anderson on the assist from Cole.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Thomas up top. Out left to the wing. For the 3. Shot is no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Boston on top, up by 5. From New Orleans, back in a moment. First quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
They came out with the purpose of playing for one another, making the extra pass throughout that first quarter.
Guys, that is simply just good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. Total team effort out there.
Tyreke Evans out there with Luke Babbitt. Then it's Holiday. Then it's Norris Cole. And it's Davis in at the center. That's the Pelicans 5. And Holiday has it in the corner. Can't get it to go. So the Celtics will take it the other way. And guys, for Jrue Holiday last season was a tale of 2 halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Jrue. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
They set the pick. Davis sets a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 11 feet away. Breaks a big height bounce and goes in.
And when you talk about Holiday, the Pelicans really needed his contribution last season. He can score and distribute the basketball equally as well. An excellent all-around defender. Exactly what you want in a point guard, except that he just couldn't stay healthy.
Thomas with another miss. Pelicans trail by 5. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Bradley. That's good. Evans has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness. And for Holiday, I love his effort. He works extremely hard. His injuries, no fault of his own, just a run of misfortune. Let's hope this talented young man can turn it around and keep it turned around from a health standpoint.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
Brooke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Zeller. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
And as always, Doris, thank you. Now, here's Bradley. He's got 5. Evans against Thomas. Goes up on the wing. Boston again missing. Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up with.
Boy, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'll very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
Here's Thomas, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Outside Bradley. Johnson the screen. Bradley kicks to Turner. Boston again missing. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Holiday goes in. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here's Turner after Drew Holiday's score.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Evans against Thomas. Davis the pass to Asik. Asik with a screen on Bradley. Floats one. The rebound by Johnson. For Boston, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
Now Holiday following the three-point attempt by Avery Bradley. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Davis sets a screen. Evans dishes to Asik. His first shot coming late. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And now a 4-point Pelican lead.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Bradley. He's got 5. To stop the drought. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
He hit a 3 in the first. but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Evans kicks to Davis. No good. And the Celtics going the other way now. 1:11 left in the first half. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And it's Bradley off the drive. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. There's a minute left here in the second. Now here's Smart. Defense right on him. And Cole kicks to Anderson. Misses the three.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really like. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
And the first one at the line is good.
And for Smart, though, he still has a lot of work to do on his ball handling and passing. His shooting, I think, exceeded some people's expectations. 37% from the field last year was subpar, but his 34% accuracy from three was solid. He finally started going straight up on his jumper instead of leaning in, and his release looked money.
And so Smart nails both of them.
You know, you talk about Smart's lackluster field goal percentage. Once he gets more comfortable with his ball handling and adjust to the length in the NBA, I think he'll convert more at the basket. That'll also create more drive and dish chances for him as well.
The heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Jerebko. The dish now to Smart. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots. Kept alive. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Pelicans lead by 4. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony Davis. And Anthony, based on how the game has been going so far, what's your attitude going to be when you come out to play the second half?
So, you know, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
Anthony, thank you. Guys, it should be all business when you step between the lines.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. They had a nice burst of energy once they got to the second quarter and ended the half holding on to a 4-point lead. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Well, they committed to pounding the ball inside, and they were rewarded for it. Points in the paint, those kept the defense honest because teams have gotten really good at running the three-point shooters off the line, so getting it inside was a good attack in the first half.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They're giving up way too many good looks. You want to keep your opponent under 50% shooting? They have not done that. What's the solution? Maybe more ball pressure, more physicality down low. Whatever it is, Ernie, they need to figure it out.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. We've seen Eric Gordon really having a great game.
And even though the defensive pressure and attention was squarely on him in that first half, yet he's still able to be the most effective player on the floor.
But for him, Greg, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, we don't expect anything less, and I'd bet he has even more in store for us during the stretch run.
Pelicans leading by 4. Well, this is really one of the nicer buildings in the NBA, right downtown Clark, this home of the Pelicans across from the Superdome.
Kevin, you're always worried about how close we are to Bourbon Street when we come here, man. But yeah, this was a fortress for the Pelicans last season as they won some big games here for sure.
On the court right now for the Celtics, Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. David Lee is out there with Zeller, and it's Smart in at the 1 spot. Now here's Gordon, following the miss by Avery Bradley. And they double up Gordon. It's Evans on the wing, guarded by Bradley. Clock at 6, the 10-footer. They get it back.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Smart passes to Turner. Celtics passing it around. Here's Lee. Great D that time from Davis.
And you talk about the big wins here for the Pelicans last year. How about they beat the Warriors late in the year, which was huge to get into the postseason, as well as the Spurs on that final day to fight their way into that 8th spot.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Lee kicks to Turner. Zeller setting the pick for Turner. Off the screen. He squares up and sinks it.
And, you know, the Pelicans ended 28-13 here last season. A 6-win improvement for them from the season before. They can be a scary team when this place is jumping.
And how thrilled must have Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance. Clark with the boost in minutes, the confidence of the coaching staff. His game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific. Good basketball IQ, too.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. To the paint. It's deflected. Lee with the steal. Bradley drives in. He kicks to Turner. From 13, clock at 6. Turner missing again.
And boy, did Evan Turner make the most of his second chance last season. Played with more focus, huge minutes for him with the Celtics. He may have found a home.
Now here's Evans. A 3 ball, and that one's good. Evans has got 6.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
You know, it was a career year all around for Tucker last season. Still has work to do on his game, but showed he can contribute to a winning team. Very good value for his contract, too. You can never discount that.
Pelicans making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Then for the Celtics, Jared Sullinger comes in for Tyler Zeller. And Thomas subbed in for Smart. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Turner against Evans. Thomas a screen. Sullinger a screen on Evans. Turner dishes to Sullinger. They set the pick. He feeds it to Thomas. Boston again missing.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't